Session 13. Twilight descends over the mountain pass as the last echoes of battle fade into thin air. 6 massive troll corpses sprawl among the wreckage of the abandoned caravan, their blood seeping into the rocky ground. The acrid smell of burnt flesh mingles with the crisp mountain breeze, while overhead, the first stars begin to pierce the darkening sky. Eliza, a lone surviving Vildaran mage, moves carefully among the scattered crates. Her earlier companions now lie still beside the very cargo they died protecting. In the aftermath of the violence here, you reached an agreement that seems almost surreal in its civility. The marked crates will belong to Veldara, clearly purchased legally. The unmarked ones are yours to claim. A fair division, if only determining which is which were so simple. The crates are tantalizingly close, their contents promising wealth and, if not answers, at least finality. But Eliza's divination magic will reveal the truth of ownership only in the morning. First, she must rest to prepare her spells. The mountain night stretches ahead of you, filled with the promise of answers and the ever-present threat of dangers that prowl these high places. A cold wind whistles through the pass, carrying with it the scent of snow from higher peaks. Broken wagons offer some shelter, but the darkness beyond the firelight holds secrets of its own. Tomorrow will bring clarity to the cargo's fate, but tonight belongs to the mountain. Welcome back to Thess. Now, I believe you guys were planning to take a short rest, let her change her spells, and she was going to help you determine which cargo crates were correct for her to take and which were for you guys to take.
Yes, and I was also collecting troll ears.
Ah, yes. Smart. So you can get 12 ears pretty easily.
Is it supposed to show game paused? It still shows game paused. There we go.
I don't know what you're talking about. Robert?
You saw nothing.
Don't touch that button. Alright. So, I saw that.
I saw that.
Alright. So you guys are, I assume, gonna keep watch of some kind?
Yeah.
First watch is mine.
Alright.
I can't remember what the rest of the watch looks like.
I don't think we determined a watch yet. I don't think we did an order.
Well, our standard order is I go first and Legs goes last because we don't have dark vision.
I usually go second. Well, I'm usually like third. I'm usually third.
And the two of you with
there's
dark
5
vision
of us.
sort that out yourselves.
I could go second, that's fine.
There are 5 of you. Are you gonna trust Eliza to keep a watch?
You know, that's valid.
You don't know her.
That's valid.
No.
No. Okay, so break it up like normal?
Absolutely not.
They seem like they trust her.
So break it up like normal?
I will talk with her pleasantly if she's awake during my watch, but I'm still going to be away.
Yeah.
So, let's start at the top then. Jade, can I get a perception check?
Of course.
Have we already done the short rest applied thingy, or is that later?
That's at the end of your rest.
That's if you can survive to the end.
Yeah, we have to see if something attacks us.
Interesting.
Love that vote of confidence.
Okay.
Wow.
Your watch goes fine. Fine. Smells a little
like
trollish.
Encouraging.
You know?
Yep.
Get out. Go to your room. Absolutely not.
What?
I said your watch goes fine, and he said it's like a Casio.
You know what?
What the fuck?
Committed some kind of spider-related sin.
Oh, that was so bad. Who's next? I've lost the thread.
It would be
It'd be me.
All right, go ahead, Rain.
Okay, hold on.
Also, can I ask for somebody to put troll ears on my sheet?
12 of them.
Hey, look at that.
Do we have a
Rain!
Very nice, Rain. Good job.
Just add something for her.
You got it.
No, you got it.
I got it.
You got it. I'm doing other things. Rain on a 20. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
that's like a Rolex.
That's a great roll. You spend the evening
You just said
watching.
like a Rolex?
Ignore him.
Yes,
I'm
because
gonna,
it's
I'm
a
gonna
good
mute
watch.
him in a minute. You spend your evening watching Alara sleep and listening, and you are fairly certain that you can hear things shifting and moving in the darkness, but it's nighttime. You're kind of in a forest. That's fairly normal. Nothing seems like it's approaching your camp. Nothing seems like it's about to attack. You're fine.
Thank God. For now.
Asti?
Perception,
Before
right?
you begin, please
Yeah.
roll. Please take a short rest. You have completed 4 hours of sleep. You get a short rest.
Okay.
Elves for the win.
I do too? No,
No,
I'm
you
not.
have
no.
not completed yours yet. Wow. Asti.
Yay!
I'm impressed.
Very good.
Yeah, Asti, you also spend your evening just watching and listening, and it's... Asti, you spent your whole life indoors and in places with people and in soft beds, and you're starting to realize, it's starting to feel like the night noises aren't so scary. They're kind of nice, actually.
Oh.
So you've been out here
I was
now
expecting that to take a dark turn.
many nights, and you're starting
Literally.
you're starting to get used to it.
There it is.
Excuse me, I have to go strangle my bird.
If it helps, I can't
That is-
hear.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Yeah, choking a chicken.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least.
Hunter, are you crying?
No,
Hunter was just like, yes, as all chickens should be.
literally.
No.
As all
your
chickens
eyes
should
out.
be.
It's the worst.
All right, let's get our last watch going here.
What do you say, 12 years?
Oh my God, legs. Jesus Christ.
23, yeah, legs.
23.
Your morning
Hell
shift
yeah!
Hey.
is not spent alone. Alara is up with you, but she is not keeping watch. She is studying her spellbook.
It's fair. Legs will not attempt to initiate conversation, not because he doesn't want to talk, just because he doesn't want to interrupt wizards,
Around halfway through your watch.
However many years you got, they're on there.
Around halfway through your watch, Alara does get up and move and start collecting stones, and she builds a bit of a campfire and ignites it with a spell and pulls some supplies out of the wagon and starts putting together breakfast for everybody. And so you all awaken to the smell of rashers and potatoes and a reasonable breakfast. being
Your
cooked.
next line is nice crispy bacon.
No. That's the rashers.
Look, if this is how we can wake
Nice.
up every morning, maybe Alara's not so
Crispy
bad. Maybe
bacon.
Some
Maybe-
delicious troll bacon.
No.
Oh. Now Rain would eat it.
All right,
Yeah,
Jade,
you don't know. It might be
Jade,
delicious.
you now have troll ears. Make sure you've got the right number of them.
Yep.
It keeps you full because it keeps you regenerating in your stomach.
Anyways,
That is not how that works.
Oh.
anyways, so yeah, you guys all wake up
Ew.
to the smell of breakfast being cooked, and Alara
Do
sitting
I push
over
the
a pan.
short rest button now?
Yes, you can all push the short rest button. Yeah.
Hey.
Right.
I only have 13 hit points left right now.
Did I just?
I have 14, and I was dumb and didn't use any hit dice, so there's that.
Yeah, you could have used your hit die.
I have 19.
I know, I
because
forgot.
that's the maximum I
You
have.
still can. Just go and take a breather, and you can spend your hit die that
Yeah.
way.
If you have hit die left,
Okay.
feel free to use them. We're not gonna
How do
penalize you for forgetting.
This time.
You're gonna need them, so.
If I hit the there's like a D&D 5e.rest, and then there's also just a roll. I'm confused. It's weird.
I just hit the roll. That's all I
it's
did.
The breather?
Yeah, under breather, when you open it, it says
Oh,
D&D
yeah.
5e rest, or you can do just roll. I just hit
Yeah,
roll.
the D&D
Yeah,
5e
just roll.
rest is just basically an OK button for taking a rest, but roll is what rolls your hit dice.
Okay, perfect.
So you do the D&D 5e rest when you're done.
Oh.
Didn't give me much good at all, and now I have
Oh.
no hit dice left. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
die.
unfortunate. Nah, you'll be
No.
right. You'll be right.
I'm gonna
You still have-
die.
you have a rage left, right?
You have potions
Do
if
I?
you need them.
Oh,
Probably.
she doesn't have a rage left.
She doesn't have a rage left.
How did you spend
Oh,
3
no.
rages?
Wait.
I mean, if we
It's been
really
so many
wanted,
weeks since we've done shit. I don't remember what I use things
I mean,
for anymore.
if we really felt like we needed it, I do have a spell slot left, and I could do Comrade's Succor, and we could exchange
That's-
some hit
that
dice.
If
is-
I
anyone
do
has
have
any-
I do
Hold on,
have a
hold on. Hey,
potion
Vo.
of
Hold on.
Hmm.
Comrade Succor is a ritual.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can just
I
do
do
it?
still have
that
a potion of
requires-
healing left.
That's
Any
true.
of us having hit dice to donate,
So,
right?
did
I
you
have
guys-
one to donate.
So you guys fought the basilisks after a long rest.
Did we?
Yeah. You guys took a long rest, and then you went and fought the basilisks. Did you guys take a long rest after the basilisks before you came out into the wilds?
They took a short rest, I think.
Does anybody remember?
They took a
I'm looking at my notes.
I don't remember.
It does not appear so.
I think you should
we
have
went
one rage
straight out.
left because you've only had the basilisks and then the trolls. I don't think you've had any other fights, and I don't think you've raged twice in either fight.
I don't
Mm-mm.
think so.
I'm gonna give you a rage because I'm pretty confident you should have one.
Okay.
And you're gonna need it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also,
Appreciate it.
you might want to take a look at your lucky feat and see what it does, because I don't think you've ever used it, and it's pretty useful.
Rain has lucky.
She is lucky?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so helpful.
The player in my other game has been using it to my annoyance.
It's a really powerful feat. You should pay attention to it and use it when it's appropriate.
Okay.
All right.
I have to pay. Yeah, I have to read it.
Yep, all good. All right, anyways, so Eliza finishes putting breakfast together and says, right, well, I'll just go figure out these crates.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Sounds
Thank you
good to
for
me.
that.
Thank you. Exactly. It's very tasty.
Of course.
Should I have the potion of healing? Should I use it? I feel like I should use it. You guys are scaring me enough to make me feel like I should use
I mean,
If you
I-
want to use Comrade Succor, there are people that have hit die if they want to trade
Yeah.
around. That's up to you guys. Potions are a
It's
good
like
in combat thing.
Yeah. You
yeah,
don't wanna use
potions
your
are good.
potions
I wouldn't
out
use your potion right now.
if you can help it, because you can't do Comrade Succor in
I mean, honestly,
combat. But
if you really wanted to, yeah, because it's a, but if you really wanted to at the beginning of like an encounter, like a combat, you could just take your heal, like you could take an action and take your healing potion, or is it a bonus?
It's only a bonus action, so it's
Yeah.
even easier than that.
So, I
Sweet,
mean,
okay, cool. I'll just save it then.
Interesting.
I hate that shit.
Ooh, man.
So you guys see her casting spells, on the crates, moving from crate to crate. She touches a couple of them, keeps moving.
Rain is staring while she eats. She has no idea
Staring.
how it works, but she's staring at Alara.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Can I help?
You can make your own.
You can make your own.
I'll make my own.
It will bring down the average if you roll bad, though, so keep that in mind.
Rain doesn't notice. Rain doesn't notice shit. She doesn't know about magic enough.
Do me a
Just
favor.
like-
Rain is too busy eating.
Do me a
A 20?
do me a favor, Asti.
Sure.
And roll an Arcana check. Legs,
Oh,
you can
balls.
roll an Insight check.
Can I also roll Arcana?
Arcana is not my strength, guys.
Did you make a perception check yet?
I have
Yes.
You need to make a perception check
Jade.
first.
Jade has to make the perception check.
You can make an Arcana check, Jade.
Hey.
Yeah. She goes
Interesting.
through almost all of the crates.
Get down.
Just double checking something.
We're all too
here.
tired to be super perceptive. Even with a short rest.
Okay. Yeah. So she finishes casting a spell and the way you guys were talking, I expected there to be a lot more. There's only 2 that are unmarked.
Only 2?
2.
Just 2.
That seems like a low number.
I don't believe her.
Okay.
How are we gonna prove her a liar anyways? He's the one with the
I don't know.
magic.
I know. I don't have that. It's not the same kind of magic.
Well,
I already rolled.
these 2, she'll tap 2 crates, are definitely unmarked. I don't know where they came from. I don't know.
Well, that's our job to figure out.
Right. Well, they're all yours. Should be almost 100 gold worth of residuum in them.
All right. Alfie! Ow!
Okay.
Shit. Cut it out.
If I was more perceptive, I would notice that she sounds a little nervous,
you,
but I am not.
Possibly interested in earning a little bit more gold before you return?
It depends on the job.
Yep.
What are you proposing?
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I came with several companions, and I am now alone.
And
We
it is
perhaps-
dangerous on the road. You're wanting an escort?
Got an awful lot of residuum to carry. And while I am confident in my magic, I'm not confident in my magic alone. Yes, so I was thinking an escort. 50 gold each.
I mean,
All the way back
I'm down for that.
back to Valdara?
To Veldara, that's correct.
How long?
Jake.
My
I-
mom's
So the other
brother, I get so far vibes. I don't know why.
How long a trip is it to Valdara?
About 5
To
days.
Valdara?
Well, to the border, it's only about a day and a half, but where we're going, it would be about 5 days.
Would you be receptive to letting us go back to town and rest a little and then go? We have been fighting a lot of trolls.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just spend a little bit more time here?
Here?
Sure. There's plenty of food.
I'm.
But here?
Well,
What
we
is-
could maybe move like 10 feet down the road, not next
Legs.
to the troll.
Yeah, move away from
Legs.
corpses a bit, but
What? Why are you saying with?
I love
with
both
this
of you
tongue?
so much, but I was really hoping for like a solitary night in a bed.
Oh, that's not going
You're
to happen. For a while.
fine. You're fine.
For a while, we have to go back to town.
I'll tell you what. 50 gold each, and I will put you up in the finest hotel in Veldara for at least a week.
But then we're gonna...
I like that. That's a
We're
bed
just
for a
gonna-
full week.
That's true, a bed for a full week. But we're just
And we
gonna
don't have to pay
wander
for
into
it.
Valdara?
well, it's not really wandering. We
It's
are,
not
I guess not
wandering.
wandering. Sure.
and
Also,
we are
you not
accompanying Veldarin.
allowed- Are you so far not allowed in Veldara? What's
Ooh.
wrong with Veldara?
I don't know, it just feels weird. Just to...
We don't really have
No.
anything pressing waiting for us, do we?
That's a lot. That's a lot of gold for us. Like I'm.
Just to turn in what we found here, but I don't even know what we found.
We found residuum.
And yeah, and there's again, there's not there was not a time limit on that request that I'm aware of.
I do not recall. it.
Correct?
No, there wasn't a time limit.
All right.
I say we maybe rest here a little bit longer, and then like not too long. I don't know.
We're gonna die.
We're not gonna.
We're not going to die. Probably. I mean, we're
Not
we're out here.
today.
There's always a chance that we might die. So
At this point, Jade is gonna kind of take Asti a little bit aside and be like, "Girl,
She's gonna have her hands, arms crossed over her chest. She's pissed. She doesn't want to do it. The most petulant she's looked in a while.
Legs, while this is happening, is going to say to Altara, I think it probably is going to be fine, and yes, we will come.
Thank you.
we just have to convince the prissy one here.
Yeah.
Excuse you? I heard that.
Asti, look at me.
What?
You left Curtain Fall to adventure. This is adventure.
Arguably, I didn't leave Curtainfall to adventure. I left Curtainfall to not get married.
But
Okay,
you're
well,
proving
yeah.
yourself.
But adventuring was the alternative to not getting married.
True.
If you want to go back to Curtain Fall and get married, you're welcome to do that. But if that's not what you want to do, and you're sticking with adventuring, this is the job. And really,
Valdara was never in the plans.
What's wrong with
We
Veldara?
never said it. We never said it wasn't.
there were no set plans other than trying to find a cure for Rain and Legs' dad.
Well, this
We're
isn't
trying-
exactly that.
And 50
No,
gold
it's
a
not.
piece is gonna
We're-
really help something.
I want you to think about what we have lived through so far. Okay? We've handled it. And we're going to keep handling it.
Sure.
Sleeping outside's not the worst thing in the world. You like it.
Maybe
wouldn't
in
say I like
Oh,
it.
shut up.
Maybe in Veldara there will be one of those places with the hot baths that have all the bubbles in it and the mud on your face and whatever.
You mean a spa?
Do I? Is that what I mean? Then yes.
People put mud on their face on purpose?
Yes, it's good for your skin.
But and they pay for it?
Yep.
But there's mud out here.
It's not the same. It's not
We're
the
getting
same
off
mud.
the subject.
Sorry, Rain just is flabbergasted that people put mud on their face on purpose and have
I'm
to
just
pay
saying,
money.
Since we started this, I don't think there's been a single thing that we have done that you have wanted to do.
True.
So I'm just saying.
So trust us. We're gonna be good.
Mm.
We'll be
You
fine.
know, nobody's gonna make you do it. You can go back to Curtain Fall.
By myself? I barely made it here.
Just come along.
I'm just saying, this is the job.
I guess. Fine, whatever. I'm the minority here anyway. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it matters,
Okay,
but
that settles.
your reason is just
Does
you don't
it?
want to do it. If you've got an argument other than you don't want to do it, then we're listening.
That's not just that you want a bed right now.
Sure.
Here's my question. If we don't do this, what are we going to do?
We have a whole mystery to figure out about where this residuum came from. We still have the thing with your dad. There's
We might learn more on the way.
The residuum was being
In the
smuggled to
forest?
Valdara,
sure.
so we might find a lead in Valdara about who is responsible for the smuggling.
Okay, fine.
We're good.
Meanwhile, while you guys have been having this fight, Eliza has been decidedly ignoring you all and trying to figure out how she's gonna haul several hundred pounds of residuum.
Also that.
She starts moving around bits of wood on the wagons, like literally like hauling wood off of broken wagons and creating a pile of wood.
Rain's gonna look over and
I-
offer help.
I have the bag of holding, so I am going to stash our 2 unmarked crates in the bag of holding.
Yep, absolutely. Do we have an unmarked crate? We do. Hey, Rob, can you put a crate of residuum? It's in our items. In her
Sure.
bag of holding. Rain, you said you're going to help?
Yeah.
Make strength check, please.
Can do.
While you're helping, she looks up and smiles and says, "Thank you. It's a lot of work."
22.
So are we going to stay another night here so that you all can get some extra rest before we go? Is that the plan?
I think
Whatever
that would
they
be a
want.
good idea.
Yes.
Excellent. I think that's a great plan. And Rain, you help her basically get the wagons basically completely disassembled and laid out very carefully. And then she starts moving the wood into like a weird shape that you don't quite recognize. And then she just starts chanting, and the wood starts pulling itself together very slowly until about 5 hours after you got started, she has made a hand cart.
Rain is just like, can we keep her?
And then
I
she
think that's
I
I
kind of love the magic and the
Tests-
food and
tests out the hand cart, make sure it does what he wants. And then she starts putting the other crates on there. There's like 18 crates left that she puts on there.
Holy crap.
And
a
only
lot
2
of
of them were
crates.
unmarked.
I don't believe that, but I have no way of proving it.
Do you
so
want to inspect the
unless I-
crates yourself as she puts them on there? You could keep helping her.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are helping. It's a good excuse,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's as good a excuse
Yeah.
as any, right? So do me a favor and make a perception check.
Just don't fuck it up.
I mean, you see
Was
the
I-
mark right there on every single one of those crates.
Well, stashing those 2 crates in the bag of holding would not take me 5 hours.
It would not.
So-
It'll take you 5 minutes, in fact.
Jade is perfectly willing to also pitch in and help.
Do you want to make a perception
I,
check again?
I would
Yes,
I would like to point out, Rain does have the lucky feet.
Yeah, that's true. Rain has a lucky feet.
Yeah, but I think I read it and it said something about like. Hold on.
You may
Actually, go
also
look at it
possibly
again.
have inspiration too. I know Asti does. I don't know who else does.
Rain does.
Rain does. So you could use your
I
inspiration.
think Rain and
as
Asti
well.
are the only two that do. But Lucky is like
It's mine.
When you
super
roll a
expert.
d20 for a test, you can spend a luck point to give yourself advantage on the roll.
A test being
Anytime
almost
you're rolling
anytime
a
you
d20.
roll.
So you could give yourself
I
advantage
could-
on that roll.
Okay, because I got. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you do it retroactively. Yep, do that. Spend the point, and then just push the advantage button.
Wait, what?
From
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I don't see an advantage button.
on your roll,
I
on the
see your
perception roll,
perception check.
right
Oh, on
above
the perception
6,
roll.
there's an
Okay.
advantage button
In the chat.
in the chat. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
and then
On the
back,
6.
Yeah, and then back on your sheet, just knock it down from 2 to 1 on your lucky. Ooh,
Still didn't. I still
Okay.
do shit.
yeah.
Ugh.
So
That was
here's-
better though.
Uh,
Jade. Okay, Jade. I need you to make your choice, an Arcana or an Insight check.
I am very slightly better at Arcana.
Yep, that's fine. Ah.
Oh, that could have been a 3. Whew.
got rid of
You
one of my lucky points.
realize that some of these crates have been marked more recently than the others. And thinking back to your time at the Academy, you remember that there is a spell called Nystul's Magical Aura that creates a mark like this. And I'm going to let you make an insight check as well. As you think back to what you saw when she was casting earlier. Yeah. So she was supposed to be casting a detect magic spell.
Mhm.
But now that you think about it, she was not using the components for a detect magic spell. That was more like a Nystul's Magical Aura.
Jade sighs very heavily and taps one of the crates with the more recent mark from Magical Aura. All right, we've got a problem because
Oh.
some of these marks were faked.
Faked.
I didn't think about it at the time, but Detect Magic and Nystul's Magical Aura use different components.
You, are you implying that I
I
am
think I'm-
trying to cheat you?
I think I am saying directly that you added marks to some of these crates. I don't know why.
Because she wants more than what we can have. I thought 2 was a small number.
Are
Should
you
have had more than
trying?
that.
I'm going to give you your choice here, Jade. You can make a persuasion check or an intimidation check. But know that what you choose does affect the outcome.
Give me just 1 second. Gotta remember where things are on my sheet.
Range is like, I can intimidate if you want with my +1. I've literally got +1 intimidation and a -1 in persuasion.
Yeah, well,
I can't persuade for shit.
I'm gonna go with persuasion.
Okay.
Hmm.
Eliza hesitates.
Jade is just looking at her very steadily.
It's a lot of money. And
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
expected to bring all of it back.
You're expected
What's-
to bring all of it back, including the unmarked crates.
Expected by who?
Whatever I find and buy. By the Veldaran Academy.
Okay, well,
Whatever
who
you
is-
find.
My next question: why are we supposed to believe you after you have tried to bamboozle us?
Because at this point I have nothing left to hide. And
That's fair.
because
Considering
I'm
we're supposed to go with you to
still hoping that
practically
you will
protect
escort
you.
me. Yes, exactly. So,
Are you working for
She-
the smugglers?
snaps her fingers, and about half of the remaining crates, the mark just dissolves.
All right.
That's a significantly bigger number.
Yeah. The total is 9 crates. Not 2.
All right. I
think,
appreciate the honesty. Did you know that there was going to be more than what was bought from the syndicate?
I didn't know that there were anything more than... You're asking if I knew that there would be unmarked crates. The answer is no. As far as I knew,
Alright.
they were all bought legally. I was sent last minute when the shipment did not arrive.
All right.
Yeah,
Fair
Legs
enough.
had just straight up asked if she's working for the smugglers.
No. I'm not even convinced that they're smuggling. I'm just understand that you think that they are, and it looks like they are. And it is in my best interest to avoid an international incident, so... You've caught me. Fair enough.
All right. I'm willing to
And Rain
believe that
quietly
you
says,
didn't know anything
maybe we
beforehand."
don't keep her.
Maybe we don't.
And Jade is going to start putting the unmarked crates in the bag of holding.
He just watches with very, very sad expression. I might need to lower the offer slightly.
After you lied to us?
After
Yes,
you
doesn't
reduce
have
how
it.
much money I'm going to be able to get when I bring this back, yes.
She
That
had
sounds like a you
decided
problem.
We were going to pay us off with the money that we lost.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I-
50 gold or a week in the finest inn.
Ugh.
I think that's.
I mean, how much is the goal? What we have worth now?
Well, 2 were worth about 100. So,
Hold on, let me do the actual math for you.
6, 8. So at least 400 to 500.
Let me do the actual math for you. Each crate of residuum
I were-
is worth about 500 gold pieces. This is 10,000 gold in residuum total, of which you have 9/20ths.
Ah!
All right.
So a
Beautiful.
lot more money than what you're going to spend on
Yeah,
us.
I.
Just what you're
So
taking
it
from
kinda
me is 4,500 gold pieces.
I think
We were
that
gonna
being the
just-
case, lowering the offer is reasonable.
And you were just gonna give us 50 gold apiece. Sorry, Rain does not like you now.
as
Rain
they didn't
is-
like her to begin with.
To be clear, I don't get to keep most of this money. Very little of it will go back into my pocket.
So you are going to bamboozle us for your feudal overlord who won't even pay you what you're worth.
Oh, they pay me what I'm worth. I just don't get most of it.
Sounds like a problem with your negotiation skills.
Marx's bird is a little annoyed at this whole idea.
All right.
I mean, honestly, with this amount of gold,
Yeah,
if
I mean,
you don't
and-
want to give us any extra and not like we can get our own finest
I mean,
hotel.
I'm gonna.
We're not
I'm
going to
gonna
be
point-
able to trade any of it until we get back to Luminethel.
No, you see, the problem is we are in the same spot that she is in. We won't get the money for this. We'll
As
turn
a
it back to
Wait.
the syndicate.
We do. We do
Out of
get some of
character,
it.
as I recall, we get half of it.
We get half of the
You
money.
do have another issue.
Oh no.
Yes.
How
It
much
doesn't all
can a
fit
bag
in
of
the bag
holding
holding.
hold?
2 crates.
Balls.
They have an upper limit.
They do. Holy shit!
Yep.
Yep, they
Okay.
hold
Just
500
2
pounds total.
Today I learned.
And look at the
brought a
weight on a
cart.
crate, and you'll see the problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Balls.
Guess you
All right.
just have to give her the rest of that money for free.
If
Uh,
we,
fuck?
If
The
go
fuck we
with
do?
you to Valeria, or wherever we're going,
Elvira.
does your little handcart thing still work? Can we take that to go back?
Want to use my cart to Yes, it will still work.
I mean, honestly, I think that would be fine payment.
So the payment is that you'll just escort me there for free?
No, we escort you there for the
Unfortunately.
price of the cart so that we can
But-
take what
For
is
the
ours
50
back.
For the cart, and none of my gold. I'm fine with that.
Legs turns to Jade and
Wait.
goes, "You said we get paid by the syndicate for returning this, yes? And
Yes.
our share, half of our share of this is more than 50 gold each for us, yes?
Yeah. We're getting paid for this job.
So we come out ahead doing it this way, and then nobody has to fight, and she still gets back home safely, and it's not on our
Nobody's-
conscience if
Yeah.
So
Like,
wait,
just
are we
kinda
still
makes a
carrying
gesture
all of the crates
with-
back? Like, what are we gonna?
Yeah, we
go-
still have to get all the crates back to Luminethel
The other
after
other
we drop
option-
her off.
All right. So the other
Assuming
option.
that the crate.
The other option is we detour back to Luminethel, turn in our unmarked residuum, and then escort her to Valdara. It's
How much extra is that gonna take?
yeah. Well,
Luminethel, like we got here in less than a day,
Oh,
if I remember correctly. Do I remember correctly?
Yeah. You are currently about a day from the Veldaran border and about a day from Luminethel.
all right. So of course that's down to what Eliza and what everybody else thinks about it, but
I would prefer not to go to Luminethel myself.
Why is that? Why is it so bad to go to Luminethel?
Well, if you haven't noticed, there's unmarked crates here that are being apparently smuggled, and I am a representative of my government. It seems unlikely to be a safe place for me at the moment.
it's fair.
especially since I doubt any of us were going to lie and not tell the syndicate about her
Yeah.
trying to take. So
yeah, fair.
probably
Okay, fair,
safest for her to not go back to Luminethel.
fair enough.
And yes, Esty, I know you do not care what's safest for her, but we need the cart.
I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I guess.
All
I
right.
mean,
Well,
if we're being honest, I doubt I could fight all 4 of you, so you could just take the cart.
we're not doing that.
Also true.
Mm, We've got.
All right. Well,
I mean, I would
In
just
any-
take it, but I. Probably not
in
gonna.
any case, we are gonna spend a while longer resting here. So
Of course. And I'll be happy to cook you breakfast again in the morning.
appreciate that.
Thanks.
All right.
And for what it's worth, I'm sorry I tried to deceive you.
Appreciate that as well.
On my own, I probably would have tried to do the same thing if I could. So
Not a very nice thing to do to people you want to help you.
It wasn't personal.
But whatever.
It's not personal.
Sorry.
Nasty,
Like,
go
just
take a nap.
pats Asti
I don't need a
very
nap.
gently.
I'm not a toddler.
What? The naps are only for toddlers now? Nobody told me that.
No.
Meanwhile, Malia across the table is just like, eat a Snickers.
that was
Get a little cranky.
that
when you're
was going to
hungry.
be my next question is, do you need a Snickers?
Not that in character asked
She's
you would
not
even know what a
happy.
Snickers is, but you know.
Yeah. Maybe your
Ugh,
blood sugar's
I
low. You need a cookie.
Just chocolate. It's chocolate.
I
Think
don't like
about it this
chocolate.
way, Asti. If we do all this and get everything fixed, then you can say you made a trade agreement with a foreign power and did not cause an international catastrophe. Surely grandmother would like that.
I feel like you haven't caught the pattern. Grandma doesn't like anything.
Who's your grandmother?
Okay, surely she would not.
That's
tell
not
you
important.
She hates everything else.
Sorry. Didn't mean to be rude.
It's
All
all
right.
right.
Very, very important and
grandmother is
very,
very
very
smart.
grumpy and just.
I'm channeling her right now. No biggie.
Also, apparently, she can read minds. So careful with Mona.
So if I understand the plan,
We're a little
because-
far. I don't think she's going to be reading any minds.
I don't know.
Rain is confused and must clarify something. Are we taking literally all of the crates to Luminethel to get our portion of the money?
It
And carrying
sounds
all of
like
the crates back.
it sounds like
If
we're
she
taking
does-
all of the crates
No,
to
if she
Valdara
can't go-
and carrying ours
Going-
back.
Going to Luminethel seems to have been vetoed because we can't very well leave Eliza out here on her own while we schlep to Luminethel, and she won't go to Luminethel.
You could, but
Unless,
you're
like,
taking
some
my
of
part
us
for that
stayed-
adventure.
Right.
I was gonna say, like, some of us could stay behind to make sure she's protected, but then that's splitting
Well.
up the party.
Yeah.
Splitting the
and
party
again,
sounds like
I
a bad
don't.
idea.
It seems like taking the cart would not be an option in that case.
I think it would be
It just-
probably safest and best
Well-
for everyone if we just went to Valeria,
Yeah.
Beldara.
Valdara.
Valdara.
You can always
Can
split
we
the party. It's never
Dig a
best.
really
No.
I don't believe you. Can we dig a really big hole,